Hello everyone at home, it's Liz Lord with the YMCA. And I'm going to walk you through some hip openers and some hip stretches. They're really helpful for the low back, especially when the psoas muscle, that one that connects the femur to the low back. When that tends to tighten, it seems to get the low back. So we're going to stretch it out. We'll start by gathering either a blanket or a towel to give yourself a little cushion for the knees. And if you have some yoga blocks, great, feel free to grab them. Don't worry about it. You might just want to have something to hold on to for stability. Maybe set yourself up close to a wall you can reach your hand out to, just to make sure you don't get too wobbly, which will probably be fine. So we'll just lengthen the legs out in front of us. We'll take the heels about mat width distance apart. We'll bend the right knee and we'll take the foot to the inside of the thigh. And you see I have a little floating here. If it's annoying to you, you can always take your blanket or a towel and place it there and give yourself a nice little cushion. So we'll flex the foot and we'll press it out. We'll turn towards the extended leg, sitting up nice and tall. And we'll fold over. So encourage a long spine as you're folding down and press the leg down into the floor. If you want to lasso the foot, if you have a strap or a towel close by, absolutely feel free to do that. If you're able to reach, that's fine as well. Allow the head to come down and try to keep the shoulders soft as you're folding. Try to leave them out of the equation. Use the biceps instead to create that action. We'll just take a couple of breaths here, strong and steady. And we'll rise up with the inhale. Take your time. We'll open up the arms, stretch them out, and we'll turn towards our bent knee. We'll flip the left hand, we'll float it down, reaching overhead, revolving our fold. You could rest the arm on a block if you want to. Maybe give yourself a little elevation there, reaching overhead with the arm. So some people can actually touch the foot with the hand, but if you're touching the foot with the hand, make sure that the heart and the shoulders are open. So don't close yourself off. Then we'll use the hand to help us back up. We'll float it up, and we'll take the right hand down to the floor next to the hip. We'll reach up with the opposite arm. If it feels good, give yourself a little lift. Push yourself up, press the hips high, and give yourself a nice little side opener. Feels really good. We'll let the hips come down nice and easy. And then we'll turn back towards the extended leg. We'll take the right hand to the outside of the thigh. Opposite hand pressing down into the ground, and we'll slide the hand down any amount of a fold. Opposite hip, allow it to be heavy, almost like it's trying to press down into the floor. Feel that stretch in the low back and throughout the shoulder and along the side body. Strong, steady breath here. We'll rise up with the inhale. Beautiful job, everyone. We'll stretch the legs out. We'll give them a nice little shake out, a little movement. We'll take the heels back out. This time we'll bend the left side. Place your blankets. Flex the foot, press it out, sitting tall. We'll turn, and then we'll fold it forward. Any amount of a fold, just honor where you are today. And as you're going through this side, it might feel a little different than the other side, and that's okay. Just maybe take notice any differences without guilt or judgment, and just love and acceptance. Just taking things in as they are. Fold it forward. We'll float back up with the breath. Take your time. We'll open the arms out wide, we'll turn towards the bent knee, flip the palm, float the hand down, reaching overhead. Keep the heart open to the side of the room to get the most out of this. Revolving your folds. We'll flip the arm back up. We'll press the hand down into the floor, reach up with the opposite arm, press, lift the head. Breathe into the side body. We'll let the head come down nice and easy, and we'll turn back towards the extended leg. Left hand to the outside of the thigh, push down with the opposite hand, slide the hand down. Opposite hip heavy, pressing down. I'm gonna stay here for a really long time. This one feels really good. All right, we'll take it back up nice and easy. We'll stretch out the legs, give them a little movement. And we will be using our blanket to cushion the knees. We'll be on the knees for a little bit, so just a heads up. And we'll come into a tabletop position with the heels of the palms below the shoulders and the knees below the hips. We'll spread the fingers out wide. We'll push through the hands, allow the shoulder blades to separate a little bit. And we'll walk the hands out coming into puppy pose. So the difference between puppy pose and child's pose, the hips are stacked above the knees, and you're just like taking your downward dog down to the knees pretty much. Allow the heart to come down, and if you have some back bending flexibility, feel free to float it down further, maybe drop the chin to the floor. Very good. Walk it back up. Walk the hands towards the body, and then we'll come into a wide knee child's pose to get a nice little hip flexor stretch. Sink the hips back, walk the hands out, and allow the head to come down. Now while you're in this posture, try to breathe into the back space. Let the back ribs lift and float while you're breathing, giving yourself more room to breathe. We'll rise with the inhale, walk the hands towards you. And we'll step our right foot forward. If you want to, you could use a block or use something to stabilize to assist you. And we'll heel toe our right foot out to maybe the edge of our mat. We'll turn the toes out about 45 degrees. And I'm just going to take my blocks to the inside. And I'm going to walk them forward a little bit and slide the left knee back, coming into lizard pose. So in lizard pose, you can take your hands to the floor, or you can elevate them on something that you have close by that you can use that's stable. And feel free to create a little rocking motion. You can rock side to side here a little bit, turn this into a more dynamic stretch. If you would like a little bit more of an opening, you could gently press the hand to the inside of the thigh and gently roll the foot out just a little bit. As long as it feels good, as long as it feels safe. Alright, and we'll let the foot go flat. We'll heel toe the foot closer to center. And I'm going to use blocks on either side just to kind of help myself to reset the hips, square them up with the front of the room. And then I'm going to heel toe my right foot forward, lunging down, letting the hips sink down. So the hips can sink down as far as you feel comfortable. Just take care to not take the knee past the ankle. So from here, if you want to, you can rest the hands on top of your blocks. And there are a few variations you can try from here. So you can stay here, that's one option. You can lace the fingers together, press through the thigh, float the shoulders on top of the hips, and this will give you a nice stretch for the hip flexor. I always feel like I'm posing for my softball pose. And if you're feeling wobbly, you'll press through the right heel for a little bit more stability. And if you want, you can take the arms up overhead from here. Feel free to lift the heart, maybe give yourself a little baby back bend. And we'll send the hands down nice and easy. We'll lengthen the right leg and we'll come into half monkey. Lengthening out, slide the thigh bone back towards the hip socket, squaring up the hips. Long spine, and then float it forward. Also, another variation you can try. As long as it doesn't stress the left knee joint, you could place a block under the hip, or maybe a blanket under the hip, or a towel, and come into a posture from here, and then fold forward. So as long as it doesn't stress out the knee joint, that's entirely up to you, just another variation. And we will allow the right knee to bend. We'll step the right knee back. We'll tuck the toes of the feet, and we'll reach the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath. We'll press palms together, allow the elbows to bend, take the thumbs towards the back of the neck. We'll squeeze the elbows close together, lift the heart up, press the hips forward, give yourself a little baby back bend. Not too much, just a little bit. We'll tuck the chin, stack the shoulders over the hips, untuck the toes, let the hips come down. We'll rest the hands on the thighs, give yourself a nice little sway side to side. Very good. And we'll take it to our left side. Again, the left side might feel different than the other side. Just take it in, acceptance, no worries. We'll turn the toes out, about 45 degrees. We'll take the hands to the inside. Again, you can elevate them, maybe take them to the ground. We'll come into our lizard. Feel free to maybe sway or create a little movement. Again, as long as it feels good and safe. Use your body awareness. Your body will definitely tell you. We'll take the hand, if you want a little bit more opening, to the inside of the thigh and gently roll the foot out a little. And try not to collapse through the right shoulder. Keep yourself lifted. Very good. We'll let the foot go flat. We'll heel toe the foot closer to center. Take a moment to reset the hips. Square them up at the front of the room. We'll heel toe the left foot forward, sinking down into our lunge. Again, be mindful where the knee is. And if you're feeling wobbly, push through the left foot to help stabilize. From here, you can rest with hands on the blocks if you're more comfortable there. Lace the fingers together. Press the shoulders up above the hips. Or maybe come into another expression. And this is up to you. Maybe take it somewhere you didn't go last time. Change it up.